So, with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania coming out in about 2 weeks, I figured this would be the perfect time to be reviewing the first two Ant-Man movies that came out pretty much 2015, 2018. First one would be Ant-Man, then second would be Ant-Man and the Wasp. Also, you may be wondering, what the hell am I wearing? Well, this is your sneak peek to my King of Conquer costume, and hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm speaking as loud as I can, and I'm worried that this thing's gonna fog up. I even did a poll, and most of you are voting option one right now. Which, honestly, you may be doing me a favor. I don't know, just, it's very inaccurate, but I think this is just the only option I got for a Kang helmet. I tried my best with it, and just, I look like a spaceman. Earlier today, my bus driver thought I looked like an Among Us character, which is making me want to make an Among Us costume. Anyways, we should probably take this off. Oh, great. Is it right? Fog or something getting, like... So yeah, I am going to be painting this purple. I was thinking of spray painting it, but I think painting is probably a better option. I am currently working on my costume for King the Conqueror. It's been like a while since I've done like how to make a costume. The last time I did it was for Shang-Chi. I will do another one soon. It may be for my Mandalorian. I will tell you how to make that your own. So, yeah, just be sure to ring the bell. But anyways, no chit-chat. So, yeah, not gonna lie, I've pretty much seen Ant-Man twice now, this year. Not, like, twice in my life. I've, of course, seen it a couple of times. I mean, twice this year of 2023, because ever since the Ant-Man trailer had came out, I pretty much had caved it. Like, I was hoping to just wait until February just to watch the Ant-Man movies, but I just have not stopped thinking about, okay, I might as well bring out Funko Pops. I mean, I still gotta collect Ant-Man and the Wasp, which I'm hoping to find at Hot Topic tomorrow. But just ever since the trailer had came out, I could not stop thinking about wanting to watch the Ant-Man movies, and yeah, I ended up watching the first two on a school night, but totally worth it because I had a good time watching the first two movies, and I pretty much have cleared my thoughts. And now rewatching Ant-Man last night, for some reason, I'm not remembering all my thoughts. This is probably going to be an issue for me as I'm making this review, which, good lord. Also, this is the closest thing I could find to an Ant-Man Funko Pop, and if you've seen my Funko Pop video, I've explained how this was pretty much one of my first ever Funko Pops I got. Like, this was, like, Matthias and Ant-Man, I've gotten these two Funko Pops from 2019. I basically started my journey on collecting Funko Pops in 2019. That's interesting. But with that being said, hello everyone, welcome back to another review on the channel. And forgive me with the messy hair. I'm gonna get a haircut, which should help me out with my Kang helmet. I don't know. I was gonna try to get a bald cap because it's just, I don't know. My hair's not right today at the moment. But yeah, I am gonna be reviewing the first two Ant-Man movies in prep for Ant-Man the Wasp: Quantumania that is hitting theaters in 2 weeks. But I'm gonna be seeing it on Thursday night in IMAX 3D. No, wait, that's not correct. Real 3D. I would see in IMAX 3D, but hey, at least I get to see it in 3D. Okay, we're getting off topic here. So, what are my thoughts with the first Ant-Man movie that came out in 2015? Let's just start with my experience with it, and I'm gonna say it rather than Dad, I freaking blame you. And what am I blaming you for? And what is it I'm blaming my dad for? I don't even know if he's watching this video, but Dad, if you are watching this, you should have taken me to the theater to see this, instead of just finding a website where someone had pirated the entire movie. That's right, I never had the chance to see the Ant-Man movie, and actually, I may plan on making a video talking about my experience with how I've watched MCU films, whether I got the chance to see them in the theaters, or if I watched them on DVD, or if my dad didn't bother taking me to the theater and just had me watch them on a pirated website. But yeah, I sadly never got the chance to see Ant-Man in theaters, as my dad just looked up a website that I don't know still exists. It probably doesn't exist anymore. I don't know. This was back, like, 2015. But, yeah, I pretty much saw the Ant-Man movie on there, and it stanked. The movie, no, it did not stink. The experience, it stanked. I wish I had seen this in theaters. Well, hey, at least I got to see Ant-Man and the Wasp in theaters, but we'll be talking about that next week. But yeah, my dad didn't want to spend his money taking me to the theater to watch Ant-Man, which, just, why, Dad? Just, why? All of my general thoughts with the movie. So what do I think about Marvel Studios' Ant-Man? Yeah, right off the bat, it is straight up an underrated MCU movie. Not gonna lie, I may have a guilty pleasure with these Ant-Man movies. Like, just, I don't know what's so good about them. Especially with these posters. Like, the Ant-Man posters for all three movies are just absolute bangers. Like, especially for this particular one. Woo! Like, easily one of the best posters I've seen. Best Marvel poster, best MCU poster, best Ant-Man poster. Like, this poster beats all the first two posters of the first two Ant-Man movies. Anyways, I got off topic. I probably should have taken notes for this, but I might as well go off script on talking about my thoughts. So yeah, this is basically a heist movie as Ant-Man and Hope, along with Dr. Hank Pym, are planning to steal a suit called the Yellow Jacket, which, let's just say if Darren Cross releases that into the world, chaos will reign. That's what Hank said. Basically, the world will go to if this suit gets into the wrong hands, which, yeah, basic plot, I guess, but just, still though. So yeah, this is basically a heist movie. Similar with Mission Impossible. I don't know, I've not seen all the Mission Impossible movies, except for number 6. I do plan on covering movie reactions for all of them, except for number 7, which is currently split in 2 parts. How many movies are we getting this year that is being split in 2 parts? We got, like, Fast X and then Mission Impossible 7. Okay, I'm getting off topic again. So what are my thoughts with Paul Rudd as Ant-Man? Oh, he's freaking fantastic. Like, who doesn't love Paul Rudd? Like, seriously though, Paul Rudd's Ant-Man just becomes one of the most likable MCU characters just in the entirety of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Also, he pretty much had a big role in Avengers Endgame, but, we'll talk about that once I cover a review for Endgame along with Infinity War, because just since we're now in 2023 and Endgame took place in 2023, I figured why not. I pretty much am going to be caving in on making reviews for all 4 Avengers movies. I was hoping to do them when Avengers 5 and 6 would come out, but oh well. But yeah, Scott Lang is a thief in this movie and has a daughter that he loves very much, but he's pretty much having some difficulty on his life, as he just got out of jail, lost his job, and can't see his daughter because can't pay child support. That stinks. But yeah, like I mentioned earlier about the whole Yellow Jacket, basically if that gets into the wrong hands, the whole world, it just goes basically end of the world type situation, all that. As Hank Pym and Hope are trying to be sure to steal that suit from Darren Cross, they recruit Scott Lang to be the Ant-Man. And there's probably something I should mention that has to be one of my favorite scenes of this entire movie. And this did caught me by surprise, which, no just caught everyone by surprise. No one wasn't expecting to see the Falcon appear in Ant-Man. Yeah, Falcon is in this movie, which, yeah, I'm going to be talking spoilers because this movie came out, like, back in 2015. But if you've not seen the movie, what the heck are you doing watching this video? If you've not seen Ant-Man, I seriously recommend you checking it out. If you have Disney Plus. Or you have the movie. I don't know, just go watch it. It's a really good movie. I think one of my favorite scenes out of the entire movie has to be when Ant-Man takes on the Falcon. As in, they have a big action sequence with each other, as they just kick each other's asses at Avengers Campus. Campus? No, Avengers... Oh. Yeah, okay. Their new headquarters, since they sold Avengers Tower, which... I'm gonna miss that tower. And who the hell bought the damn tower? Alright, this would be taking place after the events of Avengers Age of Ultron, as both films came out in 2015, and as Dr. Hank Pym had mentioned about Avengers dropping cities out of the sky. Oh, that's not funny. A lot of people died. One of the best parts of this movie has to do with Scott Lang and his daughter, which... Cassie Lang's freaking adorable, man. Also, I did saw a behind-the-scenes video about Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania about Cassie Lang, and right off the bat, she's gonna be a freaking MVP of the movie. Okay, I'm getting off topic again, good lord! What are my thoughts with the villain Darren Cross as the Yellow Jacket? Agree or disagree, but I would consider him probably as a mirror villain to Ant-Man. I don't know, like, I guess I just like Yellow Jacket. I know some people are just like, he was a boring villain. I mean, he was a cool, but not like one of the top-tier MCU villains. I'm gonna say this right off the bat, he straight up scared the crap out of me. How exactly? Because he was threatening. Besides just killing someone in the bathroom with a goo gun thingamajig, whatever the heck he just used to kill that guy in the bathroom, and just clean them up and flush them down, like, oh, Darren Cross is freaking insane. He's basically one of those evil bad guys who are rich and just, I can't think of other examples. He's just basically one of those types of villains. I honestly dug Yellow Jacket, and especially his suit. I dug the whole fight sequence between Ant-Man and Yellow Jacket, and I pretty much consider Yellow Jacket as like a mirror villain to Ant-Man, like how Spider-Man has Venom, Green Lantern has Scenario, did I pronounce his name correctly? And how Flash has Reverse Flash. That's just my opinion. Also, another thing that is one of the best parts about this entire movie is just Luis, played by Michael Pena, if I Oh god, I probably butchered his name. Like, you got to admit, you just love it when Luis is about to give like a fast montage or something like this. Okay, so today I'm making a Marvel Studios Ant-Man review in prep for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Because yes, like, I'm just super excited for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and that's coming out in 2 weeks. Like, Kane the Conqueror's about to beat Ant-Man's ass.
You thought you could win.
Also, his girlfriend, the Wasp, is pretty hot. Still. I'm not saying that he says that in the movie, which this movie is funny as well. Like, I had a few chuckles here and there, but still, I just love it when he just does that.
Okay, I was at a wine tasting with my cousin Ernesto, which was mainly reds, and you know I don't like reds, man. You know, but there was a rosé that saved the day. It was delightful. And he tells me about this girl, Emily, that we used to kick it with. It was actually the first pair of boobs that I ever touched.
It's the wrong details.
And I'm now just realizing that we may not see him in Ant-Man 3. Another thing I just thought of today is that, we may not see ants in the movie for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, as we've only seen the ants in the first two, as we pretty much grow attachment to the ants in this movie, along with Anthony. And I'm not talking about Anthony, Anthony. Like, that's how it's pronounced. I saw Darren cross the line, just killing him with a bullet. You shall be avenged, which she pretty much was. Actually, there's a possibility that Darren Cross may be back as this is gonna be interesting. But I do think the final battle of this movie between Ant-Man and Yellow Jacket, like, my two favorite scenes of this entire movie, besides Falcon versus Ant-Man, I do like the final battle between Ant-Man and Yellow Jacket. That was badass, especially around actually. Agree to disagree, but I think this has to be either one of the underrated best final battles of all time in the MCU, and that would be when it's taking place in Cassie's bedroom. They're just both tiny, and they're just kicking each other's asses as they're just on a table filled with toys, along with Thomas the Tank Engine. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know what's so good about that final battle, but it is just so damn good. I think it's probably an underrated final battle. Like, I think that's one of the best final battles I've seen in an MCU movie. To disagree. But one of the things I like about Ant-Man, and I'm complaining about the superhero in general, is his shrieking abilities. Well, he doesn't really have superpowers, he just has a shrieking suit created by Dr. Hank Pym. Like, I don't know what's so good about Ant-Man. Like, I pretty much love him as much as I love Spider-Man, probably because Spider-Man, Ant-Man, they're both superheroes that have names of an insect. But seriously, I don't know what's so good about the shrieking suit. Like, I don't know. I guess I just have a thing that has to do with shrinking, and just, yeah, like I said earlier, I think the Ant-Man movies are probably guilty pleasure movies for me. Guilty pleasure MCU movies for me. I don't know what's so good about Ant-Man. He's not only just a lovable character, but just, I mean, sure, he may be a weird superhero since he can shrink and all that, but just, I kind of like that. I kind of like he's got shrinking abilities. And again, it's not superpowers, it's the suit that makes him shrink. I don't know how to explain that, but I just basically have a thing with Ant-Man along with his movies. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania looks to be probably one of the best Ant-Man movies ever. But yeah, this is pretty much my thoughts on Ant-Man that came out 7 years ago, and sadly I never had the chance to see it in theaters thanks to my dad just finding a website where someone pirated the entire movie, and I just watched it there. I've said it before, and I will say it as many times as I want. The best way to see a movie is in the theater. Like, what are you doing watching it online? Screw that! Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything else to mention that I enjoyed about Ant-Man, but for my rating, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I seriously had a blast watching this movie. It was entertaining and funny, and just, yeah, I just had a blast with this movie. But what are my thoughts with the Ant-Man and the Wasp? Because everyone would prefer the first one over the second one, and to be continued on that, because, well, I'll be reviewing that next week. But anyways, that's just my review for Marvel Studios' Ant-Man that came out 7 years ago, and like I said earlier, I wish I saw this in theaters, but I blame you, Dad, for not doing that, for not taking me to the theater to see this underrated movie. Anyways, be sure to let me know your thoughts, comments below, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next review, which will be my Ant-Man and the Wasp review. I almost said Quantumania, but I will see you all in my Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania review next Friday. Peace out. Hello, Ant-Man. It is I, Kane the Conqueror, and I have come to conquer your world. Okay, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just too hyped to see Kane the Conqueror and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Anyways, bye now.